Alright guys, so I don't know about you lot, but watching the game yesterday, well not yesterday, but last week, right? Celtics played the Oklahoma City Thunder in Boston. What a game that was. MVP showdown and everything between Jaylen Brown and SGA. Both players, putting on a show. Both players stepping up. But watching that game, man, it made me realize Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, like, they have came a long way, man. Like, boy, have they came a long way as a duo, as a pair, as teammates, as everything, really. If you guys are wondering what the heck is that background noise, my PC is going crazy, bro. Rustier than a motherfucker. Word to JT, you know. But in all seriousness, though, I literally just wanted to make this video just to say that, like, we've actually came a long way with Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. That game last week, it made me realize that. Tatum having a good comeback game. He had a very poor game against the Timberwolves in that last game or the game before the OKC matchup. He came into that game, played better, man. Much better. That was actually one of his best performances since coming back. A very good performance. If you guys have the time, I recommend you to go check that out, because it wasn't just for Tatum as well. Like, again, SGA and Jaylen Brown, such a good game. Such a good game between two elite NBA teams as well. But it's like Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, man. It made me realize they had each other's back in that game last week. They've had each other's back in the 2004 championship run. They've had each other's back in the 2002 NBA finals when they lost. They've had each other's back, throughout various points in their career, across their careers, man. And it's like, I just remember these guys, like Jayson Tatum with the sideburns, with the low cut, when I get a cut, I'm top 5 in the league. Jayson Tatum coming into the league, dunking on LeBron, prime LeBron, 2018 LeBron. Jaylen Brown with the high top, looking like, what's that Subway Surfers character? Is it Jake? Fresh. Is it Fresh? You guys know, innit? Like, looking like Fresh from Subway Surfers, Jaylen Brown and that. We've came a long way from those guys, from nice guys now. Like, now, yeah, imagine boxed hair, high top Jaylen Brown, barely has hair now, you know what I'm saying? Hair's going, bro. That's how long. No hairline Jaylen Brown, that's how long. These guys have been with each other. Like, that's how long. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's just crazy to see. You came a long way, man. Do you guys remember, right, all of those, like, thoughts? All of those talks about trying to split up Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Listen, have you guys realised, yeah, I feel like a couple of you lot are watching this. A lot of you guys, in fact, might just be non-Celtics fans, which is, alright, cool, innit? I'm trying to expand now, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to expand. So, listen, appreciate it, But I feel like if you guys didn't realise, a lot of the people that were making noise to split Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they were non-Celtics fans. Like, they were not Celtics fans. Outside the Celtics fan base, those were the people making a lot of noise to try and split Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I feel like a lot of folks knew the potential that could have been unlocked if the Celtics got it right with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They managed to keep the two together. They were scared. The almighty Boston Celtics, biggest, most successful franchise in all of the NBA, history-wise, deep, all of that. They were scared of the Boston Celtics, and having to do it like Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown dominating the league, being on top of the league. And they had every right to, from what we've seen. This is a wings league now, and Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum is on top of that. I remember all of those talks about trying to split both of them up. And it's crazy that a lot of the noise, again, was coming from the non-Celtics fans. I remember as well. Do you guys remember those KD talks? When people or folks were thinking that we should have put Jaylen Brown in KD in a KD trade, for example. You even had Kyrie Irving, I think a couple of seasons ago, saying, I might be paraphrasing here, he might have not even said this in general, but I think I remember him talking about, like, the plan in Boston when he came to Boston was for him to be there with KD and I think one other superstar, and to have, like, kind of Tatum as the project to be working behind those guys. That was the plan initially, So, like, there's been a lot of talks about Boston just moving forward without Jaylen Brown, about Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown not coexisting as a duo. Even talks about Jaylen Brown just being a better player than Jayson Tatum, just to cause animosity and whatnot, to try and split the two. we've came a long way, and it's like winning that 2004 chip was just the greatest F you. Like, F you lot. Like, F you lot. Like, F the ops, bro. F every single one of y'all doubters, bro. You know, Jurgen Klopp, they turned us from doubters to believers, you know what I'm saying? Like, F every single one of those guys, because, like, now, those guys look like fools now, you know? And I even remember those, like, Twitter debates, or not even Twitter debates, just like debates in general, where they used to rank duos, and then they always used to say, oh, when someone wants to put Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown as the top duo in the NBA, someone just used to say, oh, hey, where's their ring in it? How many conference finals have they been to? They've not done it, you know. So it's like that 2024 chip. It felt like a weight was lifted off the Celtics fan base, the city of Boston, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum especially as well, because like all the criticism, all the hate they've been getting, like, boy, the heat Jayson Tatum got after losing that 2002 NBA Finals was crazy. You kind of knew it was gonna be over for the guy if he lost the 2024 one, but there was just no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the AP, spent 200K. They told me the frost, rainbow face, I'll fall out. Ain't no way they were gonna lose that one. But yeah, man, kept Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Tatum coming back off his Achilles injury. It's gonna take him some time, right? But we all know, even like you Celtics haters out there must know, Jayson Tatum is a top 5 player in this league when fully fit and healthy. And with Jaylen Brown, man, there's always been questions about, is he good enough? Is he good enough to be the number 1 option? He's definitely answered that this season. And boy, and then some, you know. Hey, Jaylen Brown's been to the point, he's been playing or operating at an MVP level this year. He's been top 5 in the league for sure. So it's like, bro, the come up has been insane for these two, you know. Come off of drugs and bank scams. How do you think I got their name? Santan. Run up on me and get skin tan. Only when they're gonna feel your impact. I was 16, rendering so focused on running our race. You could ask James Blake, I didn't see the color in anything, and the world got darker than it's ever been. Real estate, I bust a smile, international, that's how coming out. Hey, do you guys think I'll get copyright for that? I don't know. Shout out Dave though. But it's like both sides of a smile. Yeah. Jeez, bro. That was a masterpiece. Alright, back on topic though. What was I gonna say? Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. Jaylen Brown. Oh man. This is why I hate going off topic, bro. I always have short-term memory loss. Oh yeah, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The players that they are today, like the come up has been insane. Where both of these guys, you know, Jaylen Brown has showed us that this year he's good enough to be a top 5 player in this league. Jayson Tatum, we do know, when fully fit and healthy, is a top 5 player in this league. People might want to have their rankings or whatnot, but even if you do want to rank the players and you want to, I don't know, take into account other players in this league, bro, there's no way that after this season you could look back and say Jaylen Brown is not a top 10 player in this league, bro. Like, the Celtics officially have 2 top 10 players in the league, bro. Arguably both could be top 5 on any night. That's what we've seen this season from Jaylen Brown, at least. Like that, I feel like that claim has been verified this year. And we've came a long way, man. Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown has achieved, or at least close to achieving, his full potential. We've finally seen that. We've seen both players now. What season is Jaylen Brown in? Like, he's 29 now. Jayson Tatum's 27, 28. You know, both players in their primes, achieving their full potential. It's great to see, man. Again, we came a long way, man. That's what that game against OKC made me realize. Both of these guys, they've just achieved their full potential, and it's great to see. From all like the talk about trying to split the two up, we've stuck through it. So all the Celtics organization have stuck through it. Great to see, man. You know, great to see, because again, it was so easy. That front office could have crumbled. They could have been like, oh yeah, KD. You know, hey, look at KD now in Houston, bro. Houston were literally in our situation today. Well, not today, but like back then. Houston they were in our situation this summer. Team on the rise. They decided to pull the trigger for a KD trade. They had such young talent. The Rockets were built with assets that they could have been up there, ready to challenge with OKC for the next 3 to 4 years, honestly. But they decided no, they want to win now. They weren't willing to give the project time. They shot. And then look at how things are going, bro. Houston are like the 6th seed. It's going absolutely miserable. And are they going to do anything in the playoffs? I doubt it. I don't think they're going to be making noise. But what Houston is today. That's what we could have been if we decided to shoot. And I'm glad we didn't, honestly. I feel like that's probably the best decision ever made from the front office. Other than drafting Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, obviously. Playoffs, man. I just feel like they have been the most successful. They're up there as one of the most successful duos in NBA history. Now we'll talk about legacy. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum as legacy, for legacy now. When we rank them across or as among the best duos in the NBA. Yeah, man. I feel like if you want to look at the playoffs, man, the wins that they've got, the battles that these lot have been through. Again, I mentioned the conference finals earlier. Like, these guys have been through battles, you know, like battles that we're putting up there with Currys and the Clays, the Pippins and the Jordans, Kobe's and the Shaqs and Duncans and bro, we're putting these guys, like, that's how much battle tested these lot have been. Like, the experience is matching up with those guys. Honestly, I feel like you lot clown Jayson Tatum so much that it's hard for you lot to, it's hard for folks to think about things objectively with the guy. If you actually just look at his career, if you look at Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum's career, if you remove their names, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, and you just match them up with the names, with the duos I just mentioned, a lot of their accolades are punching with theirs. Seriously. Their playoff success, man, like their ability to go deep into the playoffs, majority of seasons, bro. Like, you know, it's crazy where you don't see the Boston Celtics in playing basketball in May or June, bro. Like, if the Celtics ain't in minimum in the conference finals, oh man, just know it's a good year for the Eastern Conference. Just know that someone has risen to the occasion. You know, if the Celtics are not minimum in the conference finals, that's crazy. That's what we became accustomed to, and that is kind of testimony to how great Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum have been. Things off, right? I need to ask this question. I don't think there's been a duo on like the level. When I say level, in a duo, right, amongst NBA history, like the duos I've mentioned, Curry, Clay, Pippen, Jordan, Shaq, Kobe. Like, maybe Shaq and Kobe might be the closest one I'm about to relate to, but there's always been the guy in it. Like, there's always been one guy in the duo that you could look at and he's like, yeah, he's the guy. I feel like with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, it's the closest. Maybe again, it might be on the same level with Shaq and Kobe, but it's genuinely so difficult to tell you who's the number one. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it should be a bad thing, because again, over the years, people have used that to try and separate Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. And that's not kind of the point I'm looking to make in this take, if you guys know what I mean. But I just want to kind of highlight, like, bro, like, in a way, it's a blessing that both guys are so evenly matched. Like, both guys are so, I don't know, I'm probably butchering this. I'm probably yapping, but hopefully you guys see where I'm coming from. Like, both guys are so even on like a level playing field, where it's like on any given night, we know that one of them could be a top 5 player in this league. Is like one of them has the ability to take over. The other one could just sit back and he's like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know, he's got it this night. That's what we've got with Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, where we genuinely don't know who is number one. And in my opinion, that's a good thing. Again, yeah, like both guys are seen as the number one. Both guys are literally seen as the number one. That's my point in it. Is like, again, with the duos I named, there's always a 1 and a 2. Always a 1 and a 2. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum is 1A, 1B, bro. It literally, pick your poison, innit? It's like Sasuke and Naruto. You guys know Sasuke and Naruto, innit? What was it? War Arc. Sasuke and Naruto, top 2 in the verse, bro. Literally 99 overall, both of them, bro. They were at the peak of the universe, bro. But it's like 2 different styles, but literally on the same level, bro. Pick your poison. That's literally what it is with Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Pick your poison, bro. And it's like, I think one aspect of what makes their duo so great and why it's gonna go down, in my opinion, as the greatest duo in NBA history. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum is gonna go down as the greatest duo in NBA history. And one factor is there's no ego involved. There's no ego involved. A lot of the duos, I think, right, if they kind of saw themselves as number one, it wouldn't have worked. It would not have worked. I'm telling you, look. It wouldn't have worked. They kind of put that to the side. They put the noise to the side, and like they're like, bro, for the betterment of the team, for the betterment of our careers. Because I feel like, bro, none of this is gonna matter when they retire. I promise you, lot. All folks are gonna realize is, yo, they're just gonna clock the championships they won, finals MVPs and what. They just, bro, it's championships, bro. And I feel like Luka Glazers, I don't know, MB Glazers, bro, I feel like they're gonna realize that soon. You know, that's why the Jayson Tatum Luka Doncic debate, in my opinion, has never really been a debate for me. Cause I know, like, well, listen, right now, yeah, Luka putting up insane numbers, bro. When he retires, nobody, if he ain't got a ring, bro, nobody's gonna be talking about him like that. It's kind of like James Harden and Kyrie Irving, or James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, bro. In their careers, bro, at their peaks, Harden was better, bro. But bro, honestly, when the dust settles, nobody's gonna be bro. They're gonna be thinking about championships, bro. Accolades. What have you done in your time? What do you have to prove? What do you have to show? And I feel like, again, bro, nobody's gonna be caring about, oh, Jaylen Brown's better than Jayson Tatum's better than they should split. Nobody's gonna be caring about that. All we care about is championships. I feel like they've realized that as a duo. They decided to put their head down, and that's why they've succeeded. But man, yeah, man, I believe when the dust settles, you know, I think Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum has the potential to be the greatest duo in NBA history. They have the potential to really do it, man. The trajectory that they're going on, they have the potential to do it, you know. But hey, I feel like this one's a bit of a long one. I'm gonna end it here, but my first video, wow, innit? But I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.